Oh, okay. Follow up from my video, kind of the guide for who to pick with the Granny Cat coins. I'm gonna be doing it for the limit for the Clash coins. So, actually, sorry if my voice is a bit weird. My dad is drunk and listening to some really loud songs, so I need to use some noise suppressions. But yeah, differently than the Granny Cat coins, there's nothing you absolutely need from the Clash coins. Like with the Granny Cat coins, I would say you need to get acquisition shards, right? Like you're gonna have to. You don't have a choice. But with the Clash coins, like there's no need for an item in specific, so you can pick whatever you want. So let's start by what characters you should get. 100%, you should get Pain. The first thing you should get is Pain. Before Speed Pills, before Limber Crystal, Pain. Let me go switch here to the PC. Boom. So Pain is the most recent character, and unfortunately, oh, each copy is 16k. Okay, so it's not like I thought that they were gonna keep the price to 20k, but okay, so he's also on discount. I thought he wasn't, but yeah, he's on discount as well, so that's pretty good. He is probably the best Clash Coin unit. He restores 450 HP per turn. Not only that, he's a Wisdom unit, so we don't have many summonable Wisdom healers, but we do have these free-to-play healers that are very, very good, including, of course, the Pain. So I feel like you most definitely should get the Pain. I feel like there's no reason at all why you should not get him over someone else, if you get what I mean, you know? Yeah, for sure get the Pain first things first. Of course, after that, if you want to get the Limber Crystal, it's okay, because I feel like the Pain is the necessity, and then Limber Crystal and Speed Boost if you want to. But characters-wise, let me move on to the next ones. After Pain, I feel like Tsunade. It's funny because Tsunade, as you can see, is the first one, right? But Tsunade would be the second pick. She's probably the second best one. A lot of people used to have her as a 5-star and use her as a under 28 unit. You don't need to anymore, simply because you have other options like the Shizune. Shizune works much better than Tsunade as a 5-star unit. She'll keep as an under 28 to help on the under 20 objectives, but you can do that if you want to. But 300 healing per turn, and then body healing, doing a 480 healing in total. What makes Pain better is just the simple fact that his Wisdom and Tsunade is Bravery. So it's much easier to get summonable healers on Bravery than it is on Wisdom, and thus making Pain rank above Tsunade. It's more like not because the unit is better, but because the team is worse. Actually, the unit is better. If you go here to the Pain here, his jutsus do decent amount there, 17.3 and 80% chance of his jutsu sitting for 4 turns, while Tsunade just a 6.4, and then you do an acid that does 2000 for 3 turns. So Pain jutsu wise is also much better. He is not like most free-to-play healers, other than just the passive healing. They don't do much, right? They're just there for that, and they don't do much else. But Pain is not the case. Pain can work other than just doing that with how high his multiplier is. Of course, attack stat is not that high, but you can boost up the attack stat with like fields and body skills. So yeah, Pain is an incredible unit, as I said. After him, I would go either for Ino or for the Torune, but I will go most likely for Ino. Ino is kind of the same as Tsunade, except for the fact that I wouldn't keep her as a 5-star, because the thing about her is that she has a 40%, 50 actually with the ability, 50% chance of sleep damage or attack reduction, and has a 30% chance of dodging, of resetting the jutsu. So you can stack up the sleep damage and the attack reduction, which is very helpful. And then on top of that, she does have the body of healing. If you sync, you get the healing as well. But the body of healing as a free-to-play unit, you want to have her as a leader, for example. She's going to be healing, and whenever you need to pull her out, you can do that. Or you can do the ultimate, which is a 14 towards 1. Pretty decent multiplier for the amount of attack that she has, and of course you can also boost her attack with field skills, and making her hit harder. 50% chance of attack weaken for 8 turns, which is pretty good. A lot of turns, actually 60 because of the ability. and then or Jutsu Ceiling for 3 turns. Very good unit. That would be my next pick. And then it would be Torune. Torune, now we're going to like the area of units that aren't that great, but they're still usable. Now, actually it's between Torune and Tenten, but I'll go for Torune. Torune, he does have, not a 5-star, the 6-star. He does have, what I very much like is the 100% chance of slip damage on the normal jutsu for 6 turns for all enemies in range. But not only that, the ultimate does do a decent amount of damage as well. A bit less, I thought he did a bit more than Ino, but he does less. He has a 13.5, but does also do the Jutsu Ceiling and slip damage. He's pretty, he does have the secret, yeah, he does do more damage than Ino. But yeah, the normal jutsu, 100% chance of slip damage. You can't go wrong with 100%, you know? And he has an interesting field skill. Sorry, I'm clicking back there. He does have an interesting field skill of ignoring defense and causing 75 to 130 damage. We don't have an unit that does like a significant amount of damage. You know, we don't have a unit that does like 2000 damage. We don't have that yet in the game. If I'm not mistaken, he's the only one. Is there a way to check? I don't know. If I'm not mistaken, he's the only one. I could be wrong, but he does that, which is pretty interesting. And he's overall a very usable unit. But then, Tenten. Here's the thing about Tenten. Tenten is the best free-to-play unit for SS rank Naruto, which is happening right now. SS rank Naruto is happening right now because she is of course a body unit, and on top of that, she reduces heart damage taken by 30%, just with abilities, plus an extra 20 when synced with body. So it's not 50% in total, but the math probably goes to like 40 something percent, and on top of already being body, you know, she's taking no damage. So very useful. What I'm doing to actually do SS rank Naruto is I use Hashirama because I don't have Tenten. I could buy her. Let me see how many. I have 81k coins. I could buy her, but I'm saving it all to buy all in Linear Break crystals. But she's a very good unit. Not like, and she does have a very decent body skill, boosting attack by 150. Not the best. There are units that boost by 250, by 300, but it's good nonetheless. Very good unit for the SS rank Naruto in specific. Issue is that after SS rank Naruto, she doesn't do much because the normal jutsu is a 4.4 to 1, and that's it. And the ultimate is 8 to all, 10 if they're mobilized. It's like, it's not that great, you know, it's not that great. But the tanking capability for SS rank Naruto is not unnoticed. Very useful for that in specific. After that, I would say between Might Die. What does Sai do again? I checked before, but nah, Sai is probably the worst one. I checked before, but yeah, Might Die. Then, as I said, now after Tenten is like, hey, you get it if you want to. You know, you wanna make a collection, you get it if you want to. But Might Die, he's probably the hardest hitter as a heart unit for free to play. He has a 2.3k attack stat. And also he boosts that to 2.5k attack stat with the sinks, and he does boost himself by 50% and then the 6 times to 1. Here's the thing, you can see that like the normal jutsu is a 3.5 and then the ultimate is a 6 times, and you're like, oh, it's better to do 2 normal jutsus and then just using an ultimate. But here's the thing, oh yeah, and he also attack boosts by 300, so it goes to like 2.8k. But here's the thing, the boost for 50% occurs first, and then he does the damage. So he's boosting himself by 50% and then doing the 6 times. So it's very hard. And also he does have a 30% increase against skill, and if you manage to do the critical, which has a rate up, is even more damage on top of damage. Here's the thing though, it's not necessary, you know. I feel like I'm much better having a heart unit like Torune, because I already have summonable units that do a lot of damage. But if you don't, you know, but like as I said, I'm much more comfortable having Torune as my free-to-play unit lead than him, because I can guarantee my slip damage, which is very good for certain bosses that have too much health. than Might Die, because Might Die does not do as much damage as, for instance, I do have Final Valley Naruto. Final Valley Naruto is the hardest heart damage dealing unit in the game, so I don't need Die. But if you don't have Final Valley Naruto, he's useful. He's pretty good, but as I said, you need max duped for him to be like useful. All of the units, right? You need him to be max duped, but him in specific, if he's not max duped, he's like, yikes. But yeah, that's Might Die. And then if we go to the trash realm, okay, these are pretty bad. I'll say Kakashi is the least bad. He's oh, if it opens, he's the least bad. I don't know, he's meant to be used in PvP, right? When he released, he was seen as a unit that, oh, this unit is gonna be used in PvP because he has the 60% chance of immobilization and all. But the meta changed and he's not that useful for PvP anymore. He's just not good. Like, he doesn't... 60% chance immobilization is not good, like, just for having that. And then the 10 times would be good if his attack stat was a bit higher. But it's just that, like, he's just not good. Again, it's like, you want to have all the units? Okay, buy him, but other than that, I can see why. And then we go to either Ashura or Han. I can't wrap my head. Actually, Ashura, nah, Ashura is the worst one. Between him and Sai, they're the worst one. And then Han. Han is also not good. Like, he has a lesser 60% chance of being attack weakened. And that's it. Like, his attack stat is pretty mediocre. Like, even if the attack boosts. And like, he just does damage and nothing else. It's bad. It's not good. It's just, I think that in the beginning they were like, these units, like these 3 units, right? These 4 units. They were like, these units are gonna be PvP, like they're sold in the PvP shop, so they're gonna be PvP units, right? But that's not what happened, is it? Like, like he has a lesser chance of being attack weakened. Cool. How am I gonna apply this anywhere? You know, like, just not good. And then we have between Ashura and Sai, they're the 2 worst ones, and they're just complete garbage. They have no redeeming like qualities. Very unfortunate, because I would love for there to be a good Sai in the game, right? Or a good Ashura for that matter. But like, in PvP he's trash. Like, there's no way you can even think about using him on PvP. And 3 of his abilities are boosting speed. You can start by that, you know. And then Sai, same thing. He's terrible in PvP, and one of his abilities is boosting speed. No, like, that's just one less ability. And then just don't. But if you have to pick between one of them, I would say Sai, just because he has a 60% chance of sleep damage. Ashura's normal jutsu is like, he gives himself 4 perfect dodges for 3 turns and 2000 barrier. It's like, that's nothing. That's nothing for 5 chakra. If he had like a 80% chance of resetting the jutsu, okay, but he doesn't even have like any chance of resetting the jutsu, so just bad. So we'll go for Sai first. But thank you guys for watching. These are my recommendations. I was thinking about trying to clean up the shop, but PvP is so bad. I've been running out against so many cancer teams, because now I'm in Wakage 7th Dan, something like that. And like, PvP right now is unplayable for me. I just can't. Like, everyone's running multiple Final Valley units. I was trying to use multiple Final Valley units, but it wasn't working out against people using multiple Madras. So like, yeah, 7th Dan, it's so bad. It's so bad. I don't even want to play. So thank you guys for watching. Please fucking subscribe.